Your reaction to Blake Anderson taking the job, and I know he meant a lot to you.
Yeah, I mean, I've known Blake for 15 years now, and he's been 6 years with me. Has done a great job for me, and we hate to lose him, obviously, but it's been a dream and a goal of his to be a Division I head football coach, and he has that opportunity. So I'm very excited and happy for him and his family.
Will he be with you coaching, calling plays in the bowl game?
No, he will not.
Who's going to be doing that?
Don't know yet. Don't know yet. We're working through that right now. We're really not changing anything. I mean, the way we do practices anyway, we have it all scripted out and everything's done. So we'll work through that as we get it closer to the game.
In terms of replacing him, what do you look for in terms of a time frame?
No hurry. It's about getting the right fit, for our staff, the chemistry, and somebody that's going to do a good job, with kids and cares about them and is going to recruit hard and coach hard, So we'll find somebody. There'll be plenty of people that'll want the job.
Larry, how much of that can you handle as the head coach of his responsibilities during the game day?
Well, I mean, I have run an offense before, and I have coached quarterbacks before, so I'll be able to give some input.
What's your initial reaction? Is it a little bit of disappointment that you lost him, or excitement for him?
It's both. I mean, I think when you're in this profession and you care about the guys that you have on your staff and they do a great job, you want to see them succeed. You want them to reach their goals, and I mean, there's only 125 of these in the world, and he has an opportunity to be the head coach of one of them, and so I think it's a tremendous opportunity for him. I'm excited, but yeah, I'm sad to see him go. One as a friend and as a colleague.
Is it possible to promote from within for that job?
It is possible. Yeah, we got a lot of good coaches on our staff, so that is a possibility.
How have the workouts been post-exams, getting kind of knocking the dust off and whatnot?
It's been good. I mean, these guys, really, because it's all we have now, so they can turn all their attention to football. And I think, every day they've been excited when they come out here. We've had good practices, good energy, and that's what I usually look for.
You got a lot of folks behind the scenes that are going to go set up shop for a week this time of year in Charlotte. What does it mean to have that commitment from the people on your staff like that?
Yeah, I mean, really, our guys have done just a tremendous job, starting with Corey Holiday, and then you go to Joe Hayden, and you got Damo, who's been here for 78 years, and you got J-Bone and all these guys who I don't have to worry about a lot of things. They take care of it, and we talk through it, know what needs to be done, and then turn them loose, and they go get it done.
Is there somebody on their offense that you're going to have to key on, or multiple players?
Yeah, I mean, I think they've got they got more than one good receiver. They've got a really good running back. The quarterback does a really nice job. I mean, so it's not where we're gonna be keying on one guy. I mean, we're gonna have to stay within our keys, read, have the discipline with our eyes where they need to be, and do what we're supposed to do, and just do our job.
What have you seen out of Cincinnati's offense?
Like a lot of teams we played this year, they're a spread team. They like to air it out. They have a good quarterback. He can made a lot of great throws I've seen on film, and we have to make him uncomfortable to have a solid line. But we saw that he struggled a little bit when the guys were able to get a lot of pressure on him, and I think that's probably the biggest thing for this game is just getting him off his spot and making him move around in the pocket and force some off-balance throws.
Is there almost too much time to prepare for a team during the bowl time? I mean, you've got like 3 times the amount of practice.
Yeah, it's kind of tough because the front half of it, you're not really focusing on it. You're putting in a little things here and there, but now the past couple of practices we really focused on Cincinnati, and it's just a great time. It's kind of hard because they've had the same amount of time as we've had, and no telling what their offense has put in. They could have put a whole new formation that we haven't been able to practice for. So I think that's the toughest thing going into a bowl game is the unknown. It's kind of like the first game of the season because you have so much time from the last time they played that they can throw in any new wrinkle, and we won't be prepared for it.
How do you prepare for that? Like hypotheticals?
You just look at tendencies, what they've been doing, and hope that the tendencies stick. And you also had a few wrinkles yourself, defensively and offensively. But it's kind of like a chess game going into a bowl game because they're going to bring out something new. You just don't know when it's going to happen or how often they're going to do it.
As a senior, how neat is it to be able to finish your career with a bowl game?
It feels great, especially being in Charlotte. There's going to be a big Tar Heel presence in the stadium, and it's kind of essentially a home game, for us. It's only a couple hours away from here, so just being able to perform one more time in front of a large pro-Carolina crowd, it's going to be a great feeling.
You guys are only one of a handful of teams who were able to start at 1-5, were able to end with a bowl game. And what does that speak to kind of just the resiliency of this team?
We're really resilient, as a team, and you know, just shows we don't give up in any. We could easily packed it in, you know, young guys, older guys. We could have just accepted our fate and got a long Christmas vacation. You know, could have moved on to the next step in my career, but you know, nobody wanted in like that. You know, we had a bowl taken away from us last year, and you know, we didn't want to have to sit out another Christmas. So that was a long, boring time for us, and you know, being the fact that we had the opportunity, you know, to go to one this year, we had to make the most of it and make sure that we went back.
Your last game as a Tar Heel, how do you want to end it? What's a perfect kind of scenario for you?
When the clock hits 0-0, we're going to be ahead by however many points. You know, just one final win, you know, to finish my senior season will be the best thing ever.
What have you seen out of Cincinnati's offense?
It looks like they're a really strong team. They have a huge offensive line. They're really big. They're going to run a lot of divide zones, so we're going to have to be, you know, really physical inside. So that's one thing we're prepared to do.
Talking to Vic earlier today, it seems like they get the ball out really quick also. I mean, is it tough to rush the passer when they throw the ball so quickly?
Absolutely, because you don't get time. You know, a lot of pass rushing comes down to, you know, setting up moves and then coming back to that move later on. But with a quick release quarterback, you're not going to get time to set up certain moves you want to be able to set up, so you really got to be good with what you're going to do.
Is there anything that you guys can rely on that maybe Cincinnati does on offense that might be familiar, that you've maybe game planned before? I know you've been hurt, but as far as like just knowledge of some similarities?
Yeah, a lot of their two-back sets and pretty much their entire offense is similar to things that we prepared for. It's, you know, it's really close to kind of our offense other than the second back there. And so a lot of the things that we would usually run, we can run against them. You know, we've had to change things. Obviously, you always have to change things for certain teams. But, you know, we're pretty comfortable with everything that we're going to be running.
With the long practice time and time to prepare, do you get an ability to prepare for wrinkles a team might implement because they might throw a couple things you haven't seen before?
Yeah, we've got time to prepare for everything. You know, we've got, I think it's like you get 15 practices or something for bowl games as opposed to the 3 you get for, you know, a regular week. So that's about, what, 5 times as many practices. So you get a time to look at everything. So, yeah, you get time to look at wrinkles or whatever they might throw at you.
Too much time to overthink things?
Yeah, I think you get through the too much time overthinking stage back into the comfort zone. So it's so much time that you're going to second guess yourself and then you're going to unsecond guess or third guess yourself maybe. You're going to do that and then you're going to understand it again, so you'll be good.